I'm curious to know how how are you and other coaches using assessments in in the coaching process? Is this a really common like starting point? It seems like some coaches start with this as like a
I don't think it's common.
uh-huh.
I think what you'll discover is the challenge of using an assessment is the variability that happens afterward.
Mhm.
So if I assess, let's make up an assessment, right? And I go, okay, I'm a coach and you're my coaching client, and you show up and I go, hey, I'm a business coach and I'm excited to work with you, and I'm excited about your business and what you're up to. So let's get together. First, take this assessment. I want you to answer 5 questions, and at the end of these 5 questions, I'm going to know what color is you. Like, what are you? Blue? Are you red? Are you green? Are you yellow? Whatever it is. The implicit assumption with starting with that kind of assessment is that my moves in coaching you will now change based on your result. The way I coach blue is different than the way I coach red, is different than the way I coach green. And that's what makes it super complicated, because if you're a coach who says, I have a framework, I have a process, I'm going to move you through this process, what you're often saying is, I'm going to move you through this process regardless of what color you are.
Mhm.
And the hard part about that is we end up then having to build a pre-sales mechanism that figures out, well, if my system's really good for blue, then my pre-sales mechanism is to find all the blues and get rid of all the yellows and reds, because I don't want to look like a dud, right? I don't want this to not work.
Mhm.
Early in my coaching career, I started coaching a woman. It failed miserably. It lasted 2 sessions, and the second session we go in, and she's like, "Well, I don't learn by reading. So that thing you sent me to read, I didn't read." And I go, "Okay, what about the video I sent you?" I don't learn by watching videos." I'm like, "Okay, you don't learn by reading, you don't learn by watching videos. Um, well, we had this conversation. Did you process the insight that came?" No, I don't spend a lot of time reflecting." And I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do here. Like, you cut off my arms and legs. I can't help.
Hey, just a quick break to tell you about Clarityflow. It's the software tool loved by coaches and their clients for communicating asynchronously in threaded conversations using video, audio, or text. My team and I designed Clarityflow for the modern day coach. It lets you give clients a single place to engage with you and all that you offer through your coaching business. Run coaching groups, cohorts, and communities using our Spaces feature. Create interactive courses using our Programs feature. Build your coaching library with templates and reusable content. And sell access to your coaching programs with subscriptions or one-time payments. Customize colors and connect your domain to give clients a fully branded experience. You can use Clarityflow on the web or our mobile apps for iPhone, iPad, or Android. And connect any other apps using our Zapier integration. Start with a free trial or request a personalized demo and consultation by going to clarityflow.com.
What Years later, what I discovered is that there's a whole group of people who only learn by doing, in which case, in which case, you can't give them the here's to read and here's to watch. You go, here, do this, and then they go do it, and then they're like, oh, my hands were in the soil, and I figured something out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know that at the time, and so I was just like, I'm sorry, I can't help you, right? So assessments are an advanced approach in most cases. I think because they presume that the coach then knows how to shape or adjust or change how they approach someone, uh, predicated on their results. Now, with motivation, we believe that once you know someone's MCode, you can rethink how you approach it. But it's not going to be for every coach, because some coaches are like, no, I know what I do on week 1 and I know what I do on week 2. I'm the extreme opposite of that, which is I have 72 different frameworks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we're not going to start in the same place every time. We're going to figure out what you need and we're going to adjust and use that. I have discovered over time that's not everybody. But I think when it comes to an assessment, if you find one that works for you, that allows you to pivot and go, oh, okay. If they are in the motivation world, if you're a driver, you are someone who wants to just tackle a problem and go to the next one. It's like running hurdles. You jump over one and you're ready for the next. And a driver is like, give me the task list. So when I'm working with a driver, I'm going to give them things to do. If you're an optimizer, you're not looking for tons of things to do, but the challenge is, how do you get, how do you improve efficiency? How do you get a little bit better? And so you want to give them a problem and give them time to work it through and make it better. And so I find the MCode incredibly powerful for coaches, but you might find that great with Enneagram, or you might find it with Strength Finder, you might find it with something else where you go, this assessment really helps me. And then I'm all for saying to the coach, use it. Use whatever works for you that helps you get better connected with customers.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I haven't done that many assessments. I've just done a couple, and that was the most recent one, the motivations one that I've done. And one of the things that I found interesting, I don't know if this is common among other ones, but motivations, it actually asked me to just free form write answers, and it was sort of like the same cycle, I think 4 or 5 times, right?
Yeah.
And recalling a time in my life that gave me a lot of energy, and there's much more to it than that. But I thought it was really interesting. Other assessments that I've had were much more like true or false answers or multiple choice.
It's so that's the core reason why I think MCode is different.
And that was the thing, was like, I think just the act of going through it was kind of illuminating of like, these are the things that I find important to think about,
The act of defining your achievement stories is in and of themselves incredibly powerful. That's part one. The other part is, we're not making up scenarios. In almost every personality test that you take, it says, on a Friday night, would you like to stay at home and read a book because you have no friends? Or would you like to go out, drink, party, and end up in jail? And the first response is, well, okay, hold on a second. Those are really extreme.
Right.
Like, why are they so extreme? The second is, I choose different things on different Friday nights. Mm-hmm. How do I do this, right? So we don't make up scenarios. All of the questions in the MCode are predicated on your achievement stories. And so we've had folks come out and just say, just thinking about and defining 4 achievement stories in my life was just illuminating. Mm-hmm. Just to go back and go, wow, how come those things are so powerful, and yet I'm not shaping my life to do more of those things?